Hey everybody, my name's Elliot, and I have a brilliant idea. It's for a story, a very epic story, 3 parts, a trilogy, typical. I just don't have time to work on it, so I guess it doesn't really exist. And a few years ago, I guess 6 years ago, I started writing it. I wrote the first part, not really thinking of it being a trilogy necessary. I just got super inspired from Game of Thrones and the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. And I just got really inspired to sort of do some world building of my own. It became very challenging. The first draft is always easy. I always say, I will write for free, but you'll have to pay me to edit, because the second draft is painful. I went through the process of doing the second draft, and then I realized what I have bitten off, how complex world building is, and how complex writing about multiple characters, multiple regions, just a story with so much history, politics, regional environments, food. It's yeah. So, and the thing is, I don't even have a full title for it. I jumped around different titles, but the concept, I know what it is that I want this thing to become. So the framework for this trilogy, sort of playing on the idea of a godlike being, like a messiah or something like that. Someone who is really influential to not just civilization, but like human existence. And I want, so like a Jesus Christ sort of character, but like a new world, dystopian world Jesus is sort of my idea. So the first one will start before this Christ-like character is born. The scenarios that unfolded upon his birth. So that's the first one. The second one takes place when, I'm going to kind of keep calling him the Christ-like character. As we go through the series, you'll learn more about him and what's his whole deal. But for now, just a Christ-like character. So the second book is about this sort of a crusades kind of battle. So that'll be the climax. It's sort of what people will do via the influence of this person. Also, sort of his influence within the world now that he's an adult. So this is the make peace, like, I guess I don't fully know what happened to Jesus. He gets betrayed and all that stuff. He has like a following of people. So that happens in the second book, and it ends with essentially a sacrifice of him. Then the third is sort of about the world afterwards. I haven't thought too much about that. It's sort of the writing of the Bible, I guess. It's like how has his influence impacted our existence? Different people reflecting on it and coming together and trying to write this, essentially, tome of this person's life. So that is this idea that I have, this epic story idea. So what is this YouTube series going to be about? It's going to be about me working through writing this ginormous piece of work. And basically, the idea here is every episode I'm going to pull a paragraph that I've written, sort of summarize what is happening, and together learning some techniques, storytelling techniques, grammatical techniques, grammatical rules, I guess is what it's called. Drawing inspiration from other works, whether it be literary, film and television, or YouTube itself, different storytelling techniques that I write down and improve on what we have is basically the idea. And yeah, just keep making this draft, keep improving on it. I doubt this project will ever get finished. I don't think that's the point. I think the point of it is just to keep telling this story. This is not really going to be a spoiler alert. It's kind of like what Lord of the Rings is now. Everybody kind of knows what happened. Yeah, it's more of just, it's almost like a fan fiction of my own piece of fiction that I haven't finished yet. So we'll keep building on that, keep exploring different characters, their motivation, keep exploring the different towns and cities and what caused the fall of this place. And yeah, I don't know if there's ever been a YouTube channel where someone explored writing in this style, sort of an interactive style of writing. I'm excited to see how it all turns out. It might turn out really great. It might be so painful to watch, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know what to call this show. How about we'll just go with